FishTankTV.com, YouTube, what's going on? Salty Wayne's coming at you with some helpful info on you saltwater newbies. Teaching you guys about live rock, how to stack your live rock, what kind of live rock to get, what's the purpose of live rock, and do you even need live rock? The downsides of live rock and the good sides of live rock. Check out my Niger trigger coming out. It's getting a little bigger. Love that fish. Alright, let's start this off. First of all, you can see I rearranged my live rock. And this is not my final lighting. I just got a light off the 125. I'm going to order my 48-inch Reef light this Saturday probably. But back to the live rock. I've got my live rock stacked in a way, it's kind of like arches. Now this is the way you find it in the wild sometimes because erosion. Erosion is just weathering away of rocks or landscape or whatever. Water will carve holes and crevices in the rock work like this, and it's just really good for a couple of reasons. I can't tell you which one is more important. For one, some fish like to hide. It gives them a lot of niches, it gives them a lot of territories. If there's ever a problem with aggression, a fish can swim through a hole and get away from the fish. They can avoid stress. Also, stacking your live rock like this is crucial. I hate seeing a saltwater tank that has it just looks like somebody took a bucket of live rock and dumped it in there. Yeah, that's how you see it sometimes in the wild too. You just see it on the ocean floor, you know, just scattered all over the place. But in the aquarium, it's not going to do any good for you. If a fish dies in there, you know, it's going to raise your nitrates up. Water flow is never going to get into there. You're going to get detritus buildup. You're going to have nitrates, and you're going to do water changes and everything. And you're still going to wonder, where's my nitrate problem coming from? Well, guess what? Your live rock has got so much it's just settled water, and no water flow is getting through there. As you can see right now, let me take you down to the sump. The sump's not even connected yet. The only thing I've got on this tank running is this 1,800 gallon per hour power head and a heater. And that's all I need because, as you can see, I got one pointed up. That way I get water movement, I get air in my system. Two, I've got the other one, you can see one's pointing up right here, and the other one is pointing down on the live rock. Now, power head should be pointed on your live rock, and one should go up. One should go up to release harmful gases out of your system and import oxygen into your system. One power head or several power heads should be sprayed onto your live rock and aimed into it. This way, your live rock breathes. Now, my tank's a little dirty because all the sediment just landed on the live rock, and I've got no filter on it right now, but that doesn't matter. But you need your live rock to breathe because your beneficial bacteria is living in the live rock, and that's what live rock is so great. That's one of the things that makes live rock so great. You know, you need a lot of beneficial bacteria in salt water. You need about, I don't know, 10 times more than fresh water, and that's just a rough estimate, but beneficial bacteria in salt water is crucial. Check out my maroon. I love that fish. He's getting big now. But you need beneficial bacteria, and you do not need live rock in a freshwater tank. You don't even need live rock in a reef tank. It's just that much more surface area. So if you're doing a freshwater, a saltwater fish only system, which is a Fowler tank, fish only with live rock, you know, you don't really need live rock. And actually, LA Fish Guy would tell you the same thing, and I agree with them on this. Why would you put live rock if you're just doing a fish only tank? I mean, yeah, it's got some beneficial, you know, it's got some beneficial side effects, but it's going to cause you some problems probably in the long run. So why not just get something else? You can get fake decor rock. You can get fake corals. You can aquascape it whatever you want. But really, with live rock, with the fish only system, you're only wasting your money because the only thing live rock does is provide surface area for, you know, beneficial bacteria. Now, somebody's going to jump on me right there. Now, I'm not getting too deep into it. There are critters, amphipods, copepods, the list goes on and on, brittle worms, sea cucumbers, feather dusters, etc., macroalgae inside your live rock. You know, there's a lot of good stuff in there, but that's only really necessary if you're doing a reef tank. And live rock can really cause some problems in your system. you could get some kind of bad bristle worm. Now all bristle worms are not bad. Now a lot of people freak out because they got a bristle worm in your tank. Well, guess what? A lot of them are doing good for you. So, you know, you just got to know what kind of bristle worm is bad. But you can get some bad bristle worms. You might get some kind of bad shrimp, like a mantis shrimp or something. You never know what you're going to get. You might get some kind of crab on your live rock that will eat your corals. I don't know. But if you're doing a fish-only system with live rock, which is a fowler, I don't suggest live rock unless you've got a really good live rock where you know where it came from. It's been treated, it's been cured, it's been expected for, you know, parasites and stuff. So, I mean, it's wasting your money. This stuff is expensive. Around here, it's like $8, $9 a pound of live rock. But if you want to get live rock, I really honestly suggest you make your own. That way, you know, you don't have any parasites that you don't want in your tank. You can get Portland cement and aragonite sand and crushed coral and maybe some salt if you want to make it really porous, and you can make your own DIY live rock. I've done that before. Maybe I should make a video on that one day. Tell me what you guys think. But you can make your own live rock, and now they have this thing called agriculture live rock. I've got two pieces of it right here, this purple piece here and this purple piece here. They're both artificial live rock. What they do is they make it out of, I don't think it's Portland cement, but they make it out of something, and they basically sit it in with cured, you know, thriving live rock, and that coraline algae and all the beneficial bacteria, you know, it just seeds inside of it, and this live rock is actually porous than any other live rock. So, you know, that's another thing. With live rock, you need to get porous. If you're getting live rock, get porous live rock. This way, you don't have to get as many pounds because you're getting that much more surface area. I can't stress that enough. Surface area is a key. That's all you really need in salt water. But you just need to get some porous live rock because that way it breathes. That way you don't need to get as many pounds. That's why some people say you need 2 pounds for every gallon of water you have for a reef. Well, that's just the rule of thumb. You got to figure out what kind of live rock is it. Is it Fiji? Is it Tonga? What is it? I mean, Caribbean, you need to know what kind of live rock you got. The more porous of a live rock you have, the less you'll need. And that's going to save you a lot in your wallet. So, how do you get live rock coated in coraline algae like me? And I've got a weird color coraline algae. I really don't like it. I like the deep purple coraline algae, but oh well. I mean, my rocks look good, but somebody probably likes this color in coraline, but I really don't. But anyways, how do you get it? Coraline algae growing all over your live rock. You need to feed live rock with iodine, calcium. You know what? Let me show you something. This is what I use right here. This is like one of the only things I use. I use a few more things too, but this really, I mean, it's all you really need. Ionic part 1 and part 2. Part 2 is alkalinity, part 1 is calcium. Every day I estimate it. I mean, I know what's good for the system. I don't even test the water anymore because I know what I'm doing. All I really do is take a capful of alkalinity and I put it right in my power head, and it's going to equally distribute into my system. Now, they say wait a couple minutes before you put alkalinity, calcium in, but I find that really doesn't bother your system at all. Then I take the same amount of calcium and put it right in the power head. That's all I do. Every once in a while, I'll use some microlith iodine and bioamine. That's for your soft corals and your live rock. Live rock really likes iodine, but you know, B-Ionic already has iodine in it. That's what I like about B-Ionic. Some people use Kawasaki. I like B-Ionic better. I never use Kawasaki, but I know New York Stilo, LA Fish guys use B-Ionic, and B-Ionic will save you a lot of money in the long run because it's got everything you need. So, I mean, it supports my system. So, to wrap it all up, guys, have your live rock open, like mine, so it can breathe. This will give your fish shelter, habitat, niches, and territory. And make sure you get porous live rock. Do not stack your live rock like it just fell out of a bucket in your tank. I mean, it might look good, but it's going to harbor some nitrates and maybe even nitrites in there, and maybe even ammonia. It's just going to cause you problems. So, do you need live rock? No, you don't. I mean, if you got plastic plants in there, let's just say you got plastic plants. It would look crappy, but you know, it's still giving you surface area, and that's all you really need. Some people, I mean, you know, you don't even need anything in the tank, just a few pieces of live rock. If you got like a wet dry trickle filter or something that gives you plenty of surface, area for aerobic bacteria. It's doing the same thing as live rock almost. Note that I said almost. So that's what I gotta say about live rock, guys. If you got any questions, let me know. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Later. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. Everybody's probably wondering where's my contest at. Where's my contest at? There's several contests going on right now, so I'm just going to put it on hold. I promise it's coming, guys. I promise it is coming. The contest is coming. I actually made a video for it the other day, but you know, there's I think 2 contests going on right now. I don't want to interfere with them, so it will come, I promise. Just let those other contests in, and I'll bring out mine. So comment, rate, and subscribe. If you have any questions on saltwater or freshwater or brackish water or ponds or anything, let me know. Check out my yellow tang. I love that fish. It's getting huge too.